another episode of Growth Effects, where today I will be reviewing Kotobukiya's 172 scale Berserk Fuhrer from Zoid's New Century. Now I forgot to mention that the Liger Zero that I also just reviewed previously from this one is from the exact same series. This one though is just like the other one, particular or specific kind. This is the repackaged version. So what that basically means, unfortunately, is that this one, just like the other one where he didn't, the Liger Zero does not come with the Bit Cloud. This one does not come with the Vega Obscura pilot, so that's kind of a downer on that. Moving on to the box art though, here we have a nice drawn view, or just kind of like a drawn image, a very detailed image of the Berserk Fuhrer in all his gloriousness. We have him with the mouth open right here, showing off part of the particle beam that comes out from his mouth. We have more of it just like a pose here, just striking off like a nice curved pose, with more of the claws here also, I guess, trying to do the particle beam as well. We have the front and rear view of the kit, as well as some articulation that you have from the flaps here, the jet flaps or whatever you would call that. We have these little clamps here that do go on these here. If I'm not mistaken, this also did make an appearance in the anime, so that's a little bit awesome. And it also keeps these from opening up if, for whatever reason, your parts get really loose and they start falling all over the place when you just have them there and this doesn't look good or something like that. Here we have a nice view of the inner frame, so to say, of the Berserk here. And then we have all the armor laid out and around and about, which is pretty cool there. And it's got a lot, by the way. And then here we have the water slides that also make it unique. I'm not sure what the original version came with. This one I don't think I've seen a video yet where they just had like the regular, so I don't know what kind of water slides, if any, it came with. But anyway, let's get right into this, and I plan to make this quick because there are a lot of parts. So right off the bat, we have runners A and B. We already have part of the torso, and my god, it's already pretty big looking at it right off the bat. Like this part right here alone is just a little over 2 inches wide here. Just the same as the other one, it does have a lot of detail. You can see that there are some panel lining options here you can do. Maybe if you want to do like a little bit of a gray or white panel lining inside the inside to help it kind of pop out a little bit more on details and stuff. Over here, we have a little bit more what looks like it's already the head, and you can see that there's even some like ventilation kind of going on there, like a mesh or something in there. This might be the pilot seat, if I'm not mistaken, just by looking at the design and the shape itself. This could be for the top part, if not the lower part of the jaw. I'm not 100% certain. Just by looking at this on just a simple observation, just kind of like seeing that. Here we have C and D. So C, we just have small parts here with some of the fans and stuff like that. This might go on for the pink parts or whatever. We have more here along with some more details there. And I like just the amount of detail that is captured in these kind of kits. I'm not lying. Like the Zoids are pretty awesome looking at this. I've never really seen this much detail, and I think even from the I'm sorry, I'm not sick or anything, it's just that I'm just clearing my throat because I got like some spit or some shit. Anyway, yeah, like the details it's got going. I'm not sure if I've seen Bandai with all this amount of detail going all over the place, except for just like being on a Vercock hit or something like that, or a master grade. And here you got some kind of like B1 style bomber kind of detail going on, like an F-22 Raptor kind of style thing, which is pretty neat. Moving on over here, we have runners E and F. We have them both are doubled. So we have these parts here will probably be for the legs, I'm assuming, especially since you can see the feet right here on the bottom. And even the bottom has a lot of detail there, so that's pretty neat to see. On F, it's the same thing, except this one's probably for the arms, or it could be something else. We have like a nice brake disc looking kind of thing here. I'm not sure what that'll be for yet until I start building it. I need to get some water. Anyway, because I just finished reviewing the Liger, so I'm reviewing this one. But anyway, here we have here's that one of the little clamps there that's going to keep the thing. We have part of the particle beam, I'm assuming, for one of the little claws and everything like that. We have part of those jet stream things here that go there as well. I'm not sure where these parts are for exactly. Again, molded really well. So it's still in the black kind of color, so you're still going to lose some of that, but still it's pretty neat. I have some other parts here. These seem a little too glossy though. I'm not sure what's up with that. These are kind of like more like a matte kind of gloss, like a satin, I guess, or semi-gloss kind of thing going on. And here it's like straight up glossy. I'm not sure what's going on here or why it was like that. But I'm going to probably just make sure to wash these as well as the Liger Zero parts to make sure get all the mold release off of it and everything like that. So we have some more parts here. Not sure exactly what those are for. And finally, we're already looking here on J, runner J. You can see the already pink parts, and I'm not really huge on pink. Unfortunately, I'm not tough enough to wear pink, so to say. It's like a purple pink kind of thing. I'm not really sure exactly. But something about it actually looks really neat, at least with the way it kind of complements and all that stuff. So we have K and L. We have more of the armor parts, very big parts, by the way. Also has some detail both on the inside and in the outside, at least here. Maybe not, because I guess you won't be seeing any of that at all. But in some of the other parts where you actually kind of see a little bit of the inside, I guess, they did go the extra mile to add a little bit more detail on the inside. Should you ever want to examine the interior part or something like that. So that's kind of unnecessary, but really cool of them to have added that. See a little bit more details here. Also big parts there. We have runners M. So it's just another multi-split piece or whatever. These are probably for the legs as well as for the thrusters and everything like that. So it's just a copy on that. Moving on over here to this, we have some of these silver parts. And actually this, I'm satisfied with. I have no complaint with this color scheme. I was thinking, oh crap, I'm probably going to have to repaint this or something like that. But no, actually, you really don't need to repaint these. Or at least for me, me personally. You guys, if you don't like this kind of gunmetal silver kind of color scheme, then that's fine for y'all. This is, like I said, like a gunmetal kind of silver. And it's pretty neat. And I wasn't sure if it was painted on or molded. But yes, it's molded because I see some of the lines here and everything like that. Where it flowed. And I'm pretty satisfied with the color. So I'm not going to touch this. I'm just going to leave it as it is. So there's that. We have the feet and then part of the little claws, the tiny little fingers and stuff like that, which is pretty neat. The jaw, so I'm pretty much sure that's self-explanatory there. We have the claw here that goes at the very end of the tail. And then we have the big claws or whatever that go on the part for the particle beam kind of thing and everything like that. So what's pretty neat about this too is since it's in two halves right here, you're going to have to put these together and everything like that. They actually molded the little circles on this side. So that means that like usually when you've had other kits and they have this issue here too, you know, one side it's going to be all this. You're going to see like this smooth finish and everything like that. And on the opposite side, you're going to see these little holes and everything where you know that's where you clamped the halves together and it's not flush or seamless or anything. But I kind of like that they did do that. So it's going to match regardless. And then you can fill it in if you want to, if you don't like that it has that extra detail. Me personally, I like it like that. So I'll add it or I'll keep it that way. Going on further, we have runners Q, R, S, and VW. So it's a lot of parts here. We have more of that gold part. And again, I wish the Liger Zero's claws and teeth were more molded in this kind of color scheme instead. This one is really good. I might want to paint these because there is like a line right here, a mold line on both of these, and I don't really like the way that looks. So I'll probably go back and repaint this or something. I'm not sure yet. Just yet, at least. But other than that, it's really neat. We have the transparent parts. It's molded like in a scarlet kind of color. But interesting enough, when you flash a black light over this, this thing is a lot brighter and it comes out more orange. So it's kind of like, well, dang, I thought it was going to be more like a scarlet color, but oh well. I mean, that's not a biggie right there. We have part of these parts again. I don't remember what they're called. These also kind of glow a little bit under black light. Not that that's important. The Zoid core for the Liger Zero does glow, but this one doesn't glow for some reason, so I guess they mixed in the formula or something. And again, we have that generic pilot. Again, like I said, you don't have the Vega pilot, which is a real bummer, honestly, and then you have the W part. So like I said, if you want, you can custom paint them and make them look a little bit like the color schemes of the kid, but then just like he's wearing protective gear, I don't know, whatever. And last but not least, which I forgot to also cover in the other video, they both come with polycaps. So the Liger Zero comes with it, and so does the Berserk Fuhrer. So that's pretty neat there too. You do also get, obviously, the booklet, which is the exact same way as the Liger Zero. It's just a flip-up booklet. As I always say in the videos, or actually first you're going to get the little order form in case you're missing any parts. Get a little bit of a description here. I have no freaking idea what it says, unfortunately, as per usual. We have here like nice little details. Again, I don't know what the hell it says, but it's definitely talking about these parts here. You can even see the Zoid core right there. And then moving on over here, you can see just a little bit more detail of what's going on with the cockpit area and stuff like that, the assembly kind of thing and how it moves. So that's pretty neat. You get a little bit more over here on this side as well. And then finally, the most important thing you got to be looking at before you even start any build, make sure you got everything you need. I've already made sure that I do have all the components, all the parts that I need, so that's good. Would always double check this just to make sure you're not missing anything. Otherwise, go back and order. the parts, or tell the vendor, whoever you bought it from or whatever, like, hey, I'm missing some parts, you know, can I ever have a refund or whatever. And of course you have just the same thing. It has a guide right here telling you the head, weapons, body, tail, all that other stuff. So if you want just a quick access, just like flip over and it'll show you where you're at. So it's pretty neat there. You're completed, shows you a little bit more of the diagram that you see at the beginning of this little booklet here. Some little parts here of just how the things work, how to move the things around. This way you don't accidentally break anything, I suppose. More details from the backpack there. And then we have the color guide here. So this way, if for whatever reason you want to repaint this, make it look even nicer or something like that, boom, you got this little guide here. Of course, it's in Japanese, but it does tell you more or less the colors. And if you can translate this, you'll know what kind of colors to mix in to get the right ratios and whatnot. Again, the same thing over here on this side. Little information here on the water slides for those of you who are not familiar with water slides and such. And at the end of it, we have the whole little images here of the kit and all its glory and everything like that. By the looks of it, I don't see any markings like the other one. On the shoulders, you had the 0 sign for the strike 0, the Liger 0, sorry. So I guess with this one, there really wasn't any water slides or stickers that were included for the original version. But since this one is the, like I said, the repackaged version, this one came with the extra set of water slides, which by the way are right here. So these are all the water slides you're going to get. I actually might use these on this particular kit. I like that it's a really futuristic design. That's why one of the reasons why I've appreciated the Fuhrer a little bit more. Not the Fuhrer from Nazi Germany. I'm talking about the Fuhrer here, or as it's translated in English, Fury, Berserk Fury. They didn't pronounce Fuhrer in the Zoid series in the English dub. But yeah, they translated it to Fury for some reason. I guess for whatever reason there on that. But anyway, I'm probably going to use these. I might end up putting them on certain areas. I'm not really sure yet. Or if I'm just going to keep it like this, panel line whatever needs to be panel lined, and then leave it alone. But we'll see. If not, I always have this in the end I can use. But yeah, so anyway, that concludes this video. I try to make it as fast as possible because there's just tons of parts for this. But anyways, I hope you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and everything like that, as always. And oh yeah, the other thing I was going to mention too is, yeah, I wanted to mix it up for these two kits. So I'm going to do part 1s for the Liger 0 and for this one. And then later I'll build them up, and then I'll do a part 2 for both of them, separate videos. But I will kind of mention both of them from there, like based on the articulation, the builds, and everything like that. Trying to do a little comparison between these two particular kits and everything like that. Anyways, like I said, the other kit I'll be expecting to get will be the Panzer, but that won't be until November. At least that's what it says. So unfortunately, sad face. But yeah. So this concludes the video, and enjoy. This is Grey Wolf Effects, signing out.